Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Ebben with the WBZ News Update. Our top stories: a school bus crash in the town of Barrie. Children were on board, but no students were seriously hurt. Police say a car crossed the center line, hit the bus, caused the bus to lose control. It then hit a guardrail and the trees. The 32-year-old driver was arrested and is facing multiple charges. Boston School Committee approved a $1.5 billion budget, which includes staffing cuts and plans to consolidate classrooms. Nearly 80 administrators will lose their jobs, but the number of teachers being laid off is unknown. Boston School Superintendent Mary Skipper says the end of a COVID-era federal program is a big hit to the district's bottom line. There are now hundreds of sexual abuse allegations against a former Brigham doctor. 207 people are now suing Dr. Derek Todd, according to an attorney representing the clients in the case. New allegations are filed in a master complaint, which pulls together all of the lawsuits. Todd's accused of sexually assaulting the victims while performing medical exams on them when he worked as a rheumatologist at the hospital. Well, we are under a next weather alert for a day full of rain. We're all wondering when it's going to end. When will the sun return? Let's get right to WBZ meteorologist Jason Mikell with a next weather forecast.
Paula, this is where I last left off, talking about this flood watch and also talking about the risk for some flooding issues across the region. Every single area right here in our Boston surrounding areas and even north of the state line are under this flood watch concern, all because of the Atlantic seaboard having a lot of rain to deal with here. We're smashed right between two frontal boundaries right now, and one in the east is stalling, and that's allowing for a lot of the wet weather to be developing across the Atlantic seaboard and hoisting a lot of the flooding concerns to be renewed for the final days of March. Believe it or not, we've had a very wet month of March, number 6 in terms of Worcester and number 8 in terms of Boston being the wettest months on record, wettest Marches on record. Again, this is the zone of a lot of the impacts that we're having, certainly in the Providence area. That's where we're likely going to have some flooding issues move in the Narragansett Bay. South in Plymouth County as well as Barnstable County, still some heavier rain moving there for you, and this is where the highest accumulations are likely to be. North into the Merrimack Valley, you're pretty much stable, along with Boston right now, and I use stability very loosely here. Stable basically meaning just some light rain and perhaps even just some drizzle that you're dealing with here this morning. Here we go with the numbers again. 6.73 in terms of Boston, and even these numbers have changed. We're now down to the 7th wettest March on record here. Earlier this morning we were at number 8, so again any additional rain will maybe take us into being the top 5 wettest Marches in the Boston area. But again, we have to get through the rest of the week to also see how these numbers unfold. As far as the past 12 hours, we're already nearing a ½ inch of rain here in Boston, over a ½ inch in Bedford, and look at this, almost coming close to 3/4 of an inch over in Worcester as well as Fitchburg. Again, we're not done yet. The area south, the Cape, the islands, again, very little rain for you, but you're likely going to see a lot of those numbers go up. And check this out. This is over the next 24 to 36 hours. 2 inches. You remember that it was basically maybe a trace over in Chatham. You could easily garner at least 1.5 inches or 2 inches by the time the thing this all is said and done. Here's our quick hour-by-hour forecast. Again, notice the training of moderate rain, mainly south and also east of the city. Again, some of the flooding concerns may be bubbling up, and we have to pay attention to some of our streams and even our waterways once we get into Friday afternoon. Friday morning, most of the energy is pulling on out of here. Look at this, Paula. Clearing skies move in behind it. We're likely going to have a really nice, beautiful sunset for us on Friday, but with a breezy northwest wind that's going to be a chilly wind for us. So we're going to book in our Easter weekend on a dry and sunny note after today's and tomorrow's early rainfall. Saturday and Sunday and even Monday look pretty good. Mainly sunny skies and dry conditions, along with some clouds increasing late into the day for us on Monday. There are the renewed rain chances returning again, Paula, around 50 in the daytime on Tuesday and mid-40s. You can see there by Wednesday with lingering rain.
Jason, thank you. I'm Paula Ebben. This has been a WBZ News Update.